The following is a Comerford Creative production.
All right, episode 5, 4:30 Dinner Club, January 1st, 2025. The episode that has taken 2 years to make. What I mean about that is we actually filmed the episode on Sunday, I believe it was, wasn't it? Sunday? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was so terrible we decided to shoot it again. So here we are. How was your Christmas, Travis?
Really good.
Seems like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, just hung out with the family. Pretty low key. Had a little fireworks, but it was okay.
Fireworks as
Beep. This is a Travis Murray radio edit. Beep.
Is that the fireworks you're talking about? Or are you talking about Beckett?
That was after Christmas when he decided to
Stab himself.
stab himself in the thigh.
Nice. All right, Eli. Even though I spent Christmas with you, how was yours?
Good.
We kind of had the conversation about how ours was a little different this year.
Chiller.
Chiller, yeah. I think half of your mom's family made it. The other half didn't. Kind of weird. Malia liked it.
Yep.
Malia wants to keep doing it that way. But as we get older, I suppose they just keep kind of splitting up more and more and more. So kind of makes sense. How about you, Jake? How was yours?
It was good. Spent Christmas Eve with you guys, so nothing crazy there, kind of like you said. But Christmas Day was good. We got to spend it with both sets of my grandparents, so it was good to see them. And
That to me is weird to even hear. I don't have even one set of grandparents left, but so I guess enjoy that while you can.
Yep, we are.
How was your first holiday with your hellion dog?
Well, she got a pretty good Christmas present of getting spayed on
Oh, that's
the 26th.
That's right.
So
I'm assuming that hasn't slowed her down any.
So we actually it was kind of a Christmas present to ourselves because we got a day without her because she was at the vet all day.
That's true.
But she's doing good now, so still crazy as ever, though.
Good deal. All right. Well, guess we'll hop in to catch ourselves up on the bowl games. I guess we got a couple more games now that we're a couple days later than last time we shot. Does anybody remember where we left off last time, or did we? We didn't do any actually, did we?
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
So if I start at USF San Jose State, is that about where we left off?
No, that's about where we started.
Yeah, that's where you started. On just recap
Yeah.
of your picks from the previous one, yeah.
But we scrapped that episode.
Right.
That's true.
That doesn't exist in this universe.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So that's where we need to start, isn't it? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will start with USF San Jose State. And that would be a 41-39 victory for USF. For some reason, I did not write down who picked what on that one. Do you guys even remember?
I think San
I
Jose.
think I went I don't know. I think I went South Florida.
So Travis is self-proclaiming himself as the victor.
I mean, if you give me a chance to take the W, I will every time.
True. Yeah, we probably that was a 5 overtime game. That's right. So that for a very short period of time was the NCAA record for overtime bowl games, if I remember right. To quickly be beat 2 days later by the Pitt Toledo game. You're looking at something. We do have the
Texas just missed a field goal to go up.
we do have the Texas Arizona State playing behind us, so I could see there being some distractions going on, and I guess I can actually look this way and watched the game.
Oh, on your screen.
Yeah. So, anyways, so yeah, it was followed up by the next overtime record-breaking game of Pitt and Toledo. Toledo took that one 48-46. And that one we were talking about, it was crazy because I can't figure out why there were so many fights. I mean, there was an actual brawl out on the field before the game even started. So that was kind of crazy. I did not write down any picks on that game either.
I think we both took Pitt on that one.
Yeah.
For some reason, I started with Rutgers and K-State, and K-State took that one 44-41. Like I said last time, I don't even know what to think of that game. I mean, they won. They stuck it in. I mean, they stuck with it. You got to give them credit for that. Most teams probably would have gave up, I would say. What was your takeaway from the game? That one. Since this side of the table is K-State fans, what'd you think of it?
We should have been giving Dylan Edwards the ball 20 times a game all year long, and maybe wouldn't have been 8-4 on the year.
Yeah.
But we also played a really solid fourth quarter. I mean, a lot of teams, like you said, would have just rolled over and quit. But
so you think Dylan Edwards could have done that season long and not just one game?
he could have done more than what he did. We only gave him the ball about 5 times a game, it seemed.
Do you know what he ended the year with, stat-wise? Yards?
No idea.
You looking at it, Travis?
Yeah.
Curious to see how many touches he had a game and carries.
And it's hard when you had DJ Giddens, too, one
Correct.
of the best running backs in the Big 12, to take carries away from him. But
What was the deal with him? Did he play?
he's going pro, so he didn't play.
Okay.
He had 74 carries for 546 yards. I mean, he averaged 7.5
I was going to
yards a
say, yeah,
carry.
he averaged his yards per carry is insane.
I didn't know he did that good, actually. All right, Arkansas, Bowling Green. What are you looking at, Eli?
Some guy just got seriously hurt.
Yeah, Dylan Edwards, the most carries he had in a game all season before Rutgers was against Houston, and he had 8.
Had 8 carries.
8 carries.
That's going to be targeting it, won't it?
Yeah, but he looks really hurt. He was on the ground, like, shaking.
Legs got twisted up kind of awkwardly, too.
And see, that's a tough one in my opinion. I'm assuming he'll get a targeting penalty, and I mean, I wouldn't
That's targeting for sure.
crowning, yeah, but I mean, obviously it wasn't intentional. I don't think just by watching it. I mean,
Still,
hard
it's
to
still the
tell,
rule, you know.
Well, stink is if they confirm that and Texas wins this game, he's out for, is it a half?
Half.
Just a half. So, yeah, he won't be able to play for first half of their next game if they win.
How did Texas take the lead?
They didn't.
It's tied.
If he's just saying if Texas wins.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it said 24-22. Sorry.
Texas kicked a field goal and missed it.
Okay. So let's get back on this. Bowling Green 31, Arkansas 38. For some reason, I didn't write that one down either. Oklahoma Navy. This is the one I almost came out victor myself on. Both of you guys took Navy. They pulled out the squeaky win at the end, 20-21. Georgia Tech 27, Vanderbilt 35. Travis took that one. Texas Tech, Arkansas 39. Texas Tech 26. Both of you guys took Texas Tech. Syracuse 52. Washington State 35. Eli took that one. Texas A&M 31. USC 35. You guys both took A&M. UConn 27. North Carolina 14. You guys both took UConn. We had a conversation about this game. Why? What was that?
About what? UConn and who?
UConn and
Carolina.
North Carolina.
I think that was just
It was
the
it
fact.
was location of the universities. Do you remember what that
No.
conversation
No,
was?
that was the.
Did
The
you burp
NC State
again?
game. That was the
NC
NC State game.
Oh, that's right. Did you burp again?
No.
That combo I think was just about UConn turning around their season. Or
Oh, gotcha. Boston College 15, Nebraska 20. Eli took that one. Louisiana 3, TCU 34. Travis took that one.
I think when we picked, I still don't think I picked Louisiana, but if I did, I think I thought it was LSU for some reason, because there's no way I would have took that. There's no way.
I kind of remember you saying you wanted Louisiana in the episode. I can't remember why though.
Yeah, I'd have to listen. I probably thought it was LSU for some reason.
All right. Either way, it's an L. Iowa State 42, Miami 41. Both of you guys took Miami.
Greatest bowl ever. Just the bowl, not the
Oh,
game.
God. So give me the rundown on that again. I can't remember. We were talking about the Pop-Tart gets eaten before the game and
After the
No,
game.
the one that got eaten last year comes back at the end, but like it just watches from a distance in like the nosebleeds
In the news
as the new one gets toasted.
And it's
It-
it's shown that it's
Like,
eaten.
yeah, it's like its corpse.
And that hasn't happened, or that happens every year.
Well, this
only
is the second year. So that was the first time it happened. And like when you walk into the stadium, there's a candle vigil. There's candles around and like flowers
That's
with
what
a
you're
photo
talking
of.
about. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's
Sidelines are sprinkled. And
the goalpost is Pop-Tarts wrappers, and they come out like wrapped up, and then they like rip their wrapping off to reveal their flavor.
So that's the bowl game where I said the first down marker could be.
I don't think it was that game though.
It was. You know what I'm talking about though? It had like different colors on the white line. You don't remember, you don't know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm thinking. It was one of these games. But anyways. Miami, Ohio 43, Colorado State 17. You both took Colorado State. East Carolina, North Carolina. That's the game we were talking about. 26, East Carolina, NC State 21. You both took NC State. BYU 34, Colorado 14. Eli took that one. So what do you guys think about the ending of the Sanders career, I guess. The trio, yeah.
The
What do you-
Sanders trio, or like the
This-
as in Silo, or as in Travis Hunter.
As in the two Sanders and their dad. I
So
mean,
Shiloh.
end of an era.
Shiloh sucks.
yeah, I didn't think he was ever.
Yeah.
Will he go pro at all?
No.
Nowhere.
He'll get signed, free agent.
I can't see him not going anywhere. But I agree with you. I don't think he's very good. But
He'll probably get cut after preseason, but
Yeah.
interesting.
I know Eli's excited for the new Colorado transfer quarterback.
Caden Salter. It's my favorite
Oh.
college football player.
He's from Independence. No,
Liberty.
Liberty.
Independence. That's a community
He
college
came
in
from
Kansas.
ICC, baby.
Where did I get that? Independence. Was that
It
on
goes
a
with
TV
Liberty.
show?
It goes with Liberty a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Independence was on.
Last chance.
Last Chance.
That's okay.
Speaking of which, that's random.
Yeah.
The coach from Garden City Community College was literally. I was at Dick's and he was there. He's coaching at I think Northwest Missouri State now.
How do you recognize this guy?
Yeah.
I mean,
He walked by and I was like, that guy looks really from because he was on that show.
Oh,
They showed him when they
yeah.
played Garden because that's
Whatever,
where
but
independent. I saw. I was
you
like,
see,
it took the whole time I was in Dick's. I kept because I saw him when we were walking around. Then I saw him when we were checking out, and I'm like, that guy looks freaking familiar.
Garden this year was having a really solid season. I think they had like 2 losses, and then they had to forfeit every single game because they were playing an ineligible player.
I think they only had
Oh,
one
wow.
loss,
Yeah,
and then they had to forfeit everything.
Wow.
Because they played an eligible player.
What was ineligible about him? Grades?
Either grades or if he was
Tampering
Didn't
even
have
on
a
the team,
kind of-
yeah.
didn't have a degree or something. I don't know.
That's interesting. All right. So did you get his autograph?
No.
Gotcha. Let's see where am I at? Louisiana Tech 6, Army 27. You guys both took Army. Iowa 24, Missouri 27. Eli took Missouri. Alabama 13, Michigan 19. You guys both took Bama. What do you guys think about Bama?
I don't think they're the Bama old.
Do you think how long will it be, or will they ever be?
I mean, they'll always be a ranked
Yeah.
team, a solid team. They'll have really good years and okay years.
How long will the coach stay? How long will they allow him to stay, do you think?
Another year like this, I don't think he sticks around much longer. I think it's going to take a while before they accept that kind of a season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I kind of I
It's a
wonder
tough
what.
position to be in.
Oh,
for him.
absolutely.
I
Really
would
tough.
think he's got 3 years guaranteed, but if they have another season like this one,
But what's that? I mean,
and then start off that third
I mean, it's-
season slow.
Most
he
teams
could
would
be
love a
gone
season like
mid-season.
that.
Yeah.
but-
correct.
They should not have lost to Michigan, though. Michigan is horrible. They
So-
have no offense.
What do you think? I mean, the portal, the way this whole thing shakes out. You know, back in the day, you would say that he was playing with.
I got the Arizona State Texas game on
Oh.
here, and you're gonna want to watch that.
Are you ahead?
This is slightly ahead, but you're gonna want to watch that.
All right, everybody, watch the TV.
Burt Auburn.
That's a kicker name right there.
That is. He looks like he's connected with nature.
Connected with nature. Oh! Holy shit!
Oh, we're going to overtime.
What did that?
That's his second missed field goal of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That guy's never allowed back in
Fucking
Texas
Lord.
again.
Yeah. Did you see
That was time running out.
There's
What?
2 seconds left on the
Did
clock.
you see the clip?
Oh,
What team-
boy.
Well, this past week in NFL had a kick to either tie or win, and they missed it.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not sure.
I don't watch NFL much, but I do remember there's a
Do you-
bunch of people talking about it for some reason.
Well, because like on the broadcast at hot mic'd, whoever the quarterback was, and he's like one.
Oh, Joe
fucking-
Burrow.
Oh
It was
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Bengals.
Yeah, yeah.
That is correct. All right. OT for Texas and Scattaboo, Arizona State.
Free football.
That's right. All right, let's roll here. Louisiana Tech 6, Army 27. You both took Army. Iowa 24, Missouri 27. Eli took Missouri. Alabama, Michigan. You both took Michigan. No, you both took Bama, sorry. Louisville 35, Washington 34. You guys both took Louisville.
I think I took Washington State on the other one. That's what
I was going to say you're going to take a victory away from yourself.
yeah. No, never.
Oh. South Carolina 17, Illinois 21. Travis took Illinois. And Baylor 31, LSU 44. You both took LSU. And that's it. That gets us up to
We got
where we are, right?
Penn State,
Penn
Boise,
State. Yeah. What was that score?
31-14.
Obviously, we didn't pick any winners on that, though.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We have a bracket.
Oh, gosh. That's right. Penn, Boise State, yeah. Let's see if I can read my notes here. Eli, well, you both took Penn State, apparently. Yeah. What was that score?
31-14.
Ohio State, Oregon's next. Texas. Oh, yeah, that's right. Notre Dame's playing. What do they have? They said when that game's actually going to play.
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it catches us up on playoff games and bowl games. Any highlights? Anything you disagree? See that they need to change? Anything suck so far to date in the new playoff scheme?
I think the game last night kind of went the way everybody saw it going. Today's game so far is a really good game.
So you don't you think everybody saw Boise State getting hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they hung in decently though. Kind of.
You knew what they were gonna. You knew what Penn State was gonna do.
Yeah.
They were
Well,
gonna.
yeah.
They're just gonna stack up, force them to throw the ball,
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Maddox threw 2 picks late.
What time was that game on? Early or late?
It was on. I think it started at 6 or 5. I was watching it when everybody started coming over last night.
Okay.
I think it started at 6.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It kicked off at 6.
Speaking of last night, Travis, did you make it up to midnight?
I did
Did
And-
you have alcoholic beverages?
a few, maybe 1 or 2.
You didn't go off the Travis rails?
No, I didn't. I didn't reintroduce everybody to old Travis.
Yeah.
I was taking it easy. My wife makes like a holiday punch, and we discovered that if you put Malibu in it, it's really nice. And I ended up, I think I had 2 drinks, and it just gave me a headache.
Really?
Yeah. So I finished the night off with some,
Ginger ale?
no,
Canada Dry.
what are they called? When you mix iced tea and lemonade together.
Arnold
Arnold
Palmer.
Palmer's.
Yep.
Because we brought in some Chick-fil-A last night. That's what we ate.
Ooh, that sounds
So-
good.
Yeah, I just mixed those together, and me and my daughter brought in the New Year's studying up for our next trip. So we're watching videos.
We should
Oh.
try food on the podcast. Like DoorDash, like some exotic stuff. That'd be content. That'd be content.
Yeah. I'm not an exotic food person, though.
That's what would make it interesting.
Yeah. We gotta think content.
Kind of creeping out here, just
Yeah.
thinking of it.
We
but-
can bring in some of that Jamaican. Is that place still open here in town?
Sadly,
They're
it's so
closed.
good and they closed.
Oh, okay.
Auntie Rita's.
I always wanted to. Is that the place that would do like the Caribbean jerk,
so
Yeah.
good.
turkey and stuff for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, their jerk fries were so good. Yeah, they're out of business though.
They're jerk fries.
Yeah, jerk fries. I don't think they paid rent or something. I'm serious.
Oh, apparently they didn't have many customers in. They couldn't afford rent.
I was there pretty often. It was expensive, pretty
Yeah,
expensive.
it was.
You liked it too?
I only had it probably 2 or 3 times, and I thought it was pretty good.
Other than that, I don't know any other.
Or like I don't know, like if like fast food restaurants like have like a limited time deal, or we can just like compare like chicken sandwiches from 3 different or like 4 different fast food spots and see which one's the best. Or
Me and my kids have done that. We've gone out to a bunch of different places, and ranked who had the best fries.
yeah, we could
Well,
do that.
when all the spicy chicken
Or you could do
crap came out,
Yeah.
man, we were all going back and forth
Yeah.
trying to figure out which one was best. And
COVID.
is that when it was?
Yeah, and holy moly, looking back
It
on
was
it,
around
we
that
spent
time.
so much money on DoorDash. So like every night, you would just let me DoorDash a fat bag of McDelivery, and like since it was on your card, I didn't held back. I like got like 3 McChickens, nuggets.
Why, we probably ate sandwiches upstairs.
I got the stimulus for my food.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I guess.
But we could also do like blindfold test, like taste test, like what's the
Trying to
which
pick which
where's
one
this
where it
from?
goes.
Yeah, you can do like drinks, like where is this the real or is this the off brand?
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
You can't eat a whole lot though.
You just have to put up with my burps. I ate whatever I wanted to last night.
I swear I put up with a lot of your burps now. I'm getting too much of your head, by the way. You're turning the. Oh, you're
What do you
watching
want me
the
to
game. Yeah, I forgot. God, put the game on like your iPad, like Jake did. See, or there he goes to his phone.
If I touch this thing, it just freezes up.
Eli's in the perfect body position though, where you're
Thanks.
towards me and. That unless you just don't want to be seen on camera, whatever. Take your pick. The iPad locks up on you.
There's I think it was 2 episodes ago. You can just see me just trying to get it to work, and I was just struggling the whole time.
I wonder why. Huh. All right. Well, where are we at in the game?
Overtime.
Well, no shit.
Overtime, Arizona State 4th and 1. So
What is overtime rules in college football?
Both teams get a shot from the 25. Untimed.
So pretty much if Arizona State doesn't get this 4th and 1, Texas will get the ball and all they have to do is kick a field goal to win.
That shows problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a given by no means.
Correct.
I'm assuming they're gonna probably run a few instead of just.
Yeah, I bet they're going for it.
But what is it after this? They have to go for 2, and then it's 2-point conversions if it goes into 3.
I think so.
I think the second overtime, if they score a touchdown, they have to go for 2. If it goes to the third overtime, then it's just sudden death.
Just back and forth.
Yeah, just back
2-point
and forth.
conversions.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, main topic of
Did you stay up? Did you make it to midnight?
hell no.
I don't think so.
It's like planned on it. I watched the ball drop in New York, and then I don't know, something didn't sit
well.
right with me. Yeah, I went upstairs, went to bed. I was sweating. I thought I was gonna throw up. Of course, I am not joking. When I went upstairs, took my shirt off, my stomach was so bloated and hard. It's just like, of course, I ate such a mix of shit that I think it just sat in there. I mean, it got to the point where I wasn't feeling good when I was freaking out because I needed sugar. I was
Yeah.
shaking. I don't know what the hell. Yeah. It's like my blood sugar dropped or something. So, yeah, that ended my evening, I bet you, 11:30, I think.
Yeah, we left here at about 11.
Is that when it was?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you made it up past midnight since you didn't get home till 1:30.
Correct.
How was your little soiree?
Good.
All at the same place?
We didn't. We planned on before the night ended making it to Sky Trampoline Park.
What?
How late is that place open?
Well, Carter works there, so it's the employee party, and we were just gonna go, have a good time, jumping on trampolines, but we didn't make it there. Okay.
Carter Weber works there?
Yeah,
Does he always work there?
yeah. He works like 3 different jobs.
Does he come back all the time to work or just since it's been a holiday break?
He's worked once since school started, and he hasn't even worked over break. But
Gotcha.
he's still employed.
How's your work schedule? Are you done?
No.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you
When-
want me to be done? You asked me this already.
Well, I just don't know if it's really paying.
It's not.
Then I don't know why you would do it. But I'm not trying to tell you to quit because I think we all know what I think about that. But this is a little different situation that we won't get into.
I agree.
So let's just put it this way. I'm not a quitter, but if what happened to you happened to me, I done would have been gone.
I'm not back. I'm not back for the summer. It's my formal announcement to the press. I'm not re-signing.
Not re-signing.
You'll be taking your talents elsewhere.
Nice.
I did have a big thing that happened last night. I got a new weighted blanket.
Oh,
For
you
Christmas?
don't understand this guy and his weighted blanket. So to go with this weighted blanket, just guys, you get the full picture. Imagine the weighted blanket, right, at night
If
in
you're
bed.
talking about the way I sleep, I've changed and I sleep like a normal person now.
Okay, explain to everybody how you used to sleep.
What I used to sleep backwards, so I would sleep with my head at the foot of the bed.
While his wife slept normally.
What?
For how many years?
I'd been doing that my whole life.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like. Your wife was
Yeah.
okay with that?
She said it was weird when I went back to sleeping normal.
Well, she would turn over and your feet would be in her
Feet are
face.
in her face.
Yeah, that's just crazy to me.
Wow. What was the point?
When I was younger, I had a small TV, so I'd sleep backwards so I could see the TV, and that's just
Just what?
that's just the way it was, man.
the way it was.
But yeah, I guess since I shared too much with people and they told me how weird it was, that I decided I was going to sleep like a normal person now.
Has it made a difference?
No.
You sleep the same? It hasn't affected your sleep negatively?
No, it was just odd at first.
As you roll over and you look at your wife, hey.
But now I'm up to 110 pounds of weighted blankets.
110? Whoa.
How do you even move?
I don't. It's amazing.
So how many blankets is that?
4.
Holy
Jeez.
Is that not hot?
Not really.
I can't understand that. How that could not be hot, but I guess.
Yeah.
It's just like sleeping in a big hug. That's even what the bag said. On my weighted blankets, sleeping in
Oh.
a hug. Whoa, what was that?
Just messing with something.
We're on. We're live.
You made me remember that, but anyways.
But yeah.
I just don't know where to go after that, honestly.
Wait.
The whole weighted blanket thing kind of threw me off there. I went a little bit off the rails, but
I just had to announce that I got a new one and they're amazing.
I'm happy for you.
I guess. But all right. Anybody else get any fun things for Christmas? That I'm assuming that was Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who got that for you? Your wife?
My wife.
Did she think that you're getting rid of some of the other ones?
I
or
think that's what she was expecting.
boy, was she wrong. 110 pounds. That's like having a whole Eli almost wrapped up around you.
I'm not. Add 45 pounds to that. I'm getting there. I'm gaining weight.
All right. Well, anybody else want to add anything before we move on?
Nope.
All right. Well, the main part of our podcast today is going to be talking, if you remember Eli's subject last week.
Question.
Yep.
So before we go into this topic,
I got the right one. this
Okay,
time.
yeah. Okay, never mind. That answers my question.
What?
Nothing.
What were you going to say? Fly it out there, man.
I don't know. No, I don't want to.
Okay. Well, you think you're going to hurt my feelings? Because I think we all know that.
Well, no, we're in too deep already.
I'm so confused.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like if we're having the topic, it should be like more general, not just like focused on me.
100%. That's you guys need. I just pulled this just because I got a few different things. Since I'm in the right area now, maybe we won't get into so specific as we did with the canceled one. But I do have some pros and cons that I want to throw out there, and you guys tell me your thoughts on it. So, basically what we're talking about is in 2025, 2024, however you want to look at it, how important is it to get a traditional college degree to essentially build a career for, I would say, somewhere down the line for a family, this and that. And the thing about the four of us, we bring four different insights and routes to where we're going. 3 anyways, and then with Eli going into it, where myself, I went right from high school to the career that I'm at right now, 35 years later. Travis took the route of high school, several different colleges, and eventually to the career where he's at that has nothing to do with any of his schooling at all, at any of the locations. His is probably the funnest out of everybody's, but then you have Jake, who went high school to a 4-year degree, which is 100% in the career where he's at.
Yep.
So basically our topic today, round table discussion of, go over a little bit. I'd like to hear your guys' journeys, and would you do it again the way you did it? What would you do different? And do you feel like you had to do what you did to go where you're at now? And last time, wow.
Sorry.
Last time we did start out with me, and so I'll just kind of, like I said, I obviously, I'm not a huge proponent, and I'm not against, I guess, but I don't think you need to go to college to raise a family and get where you want to go. Again, it's going to be, every one of us is going to be case by case with the career path that you want. So some you have to, like if you're going to be a doctor, dentist, chiropractor,
Yep.
whatever. It's just no questions asked. You're going to school. So anyways, I started out with a company who was a lot smaller than what they are right now. Got in on the ground level, started out as low as you can get, and worked my way up to where I'm at now. And I think some of the questions would be, what would be the advantage? Because you can go, did Texas just win?
No, they just
scored.
tied it on
Okay.
4th and 13.
Oh, boy.
Well, are they gonna? You think they go for 2 here? Or
No.
No, they're kicking.
So I guess I missed an Arizona State touchdown, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to second overtime.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, you could go to college and get a degree in, I believe it's called construction technology now. And basically that preps you for the construction management position. Again, would I change my route and do that? No, I wouldn't. The only advantage, like I talked last time, would be you have more opportunities up front. You get placed into a higher bracket right off the bat, so you potentially you could be making better money sooner. 35 years later, will you be making more money than what I'm making now? No, I don't believe you would. You just get to make the middle money longer than what I did. So there is an advantage to that, but I don't have $50,000-$60,000 in debt. So that kind of offsets that middle money for those extra years, where I took the experience route, which, in my opinion, any day of the week is still more important. So, long story short, that's the way I see it for me. I wouldn't change it. There is different routes in my careers. I mean, as weird as it sounds, but you could get a degree in construction. I just don't see where it's, for myself, that valuable.
How close in pay do you think, in your first 4 years of experience, how close in pay would you have gotten to what that new entry level college person would be at? Do you
Man,
think it'd be close, or?
That's a tough one because the times have changed so much. Where when I started, I mean, laugh if you want, it's $3.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I probably didn't meet someone with a degree in construction probably for 15 years.
Right.
So I
Yeah, it's hard to say.
yeah,
right
I
now.
couldn't, I guess, educally say what that would be, what that would look like. Now, in the middle, I think, like I said, I know if you went and got a degree, I'm sure you would be in the middle way faster.
Mhm.
I'd say 20% probably more money. But you're going to go in there and you're going to stall out in that location, as far as I'm concerned, because of the lack of it or lack of experience.
Yep.
So that's my take on where I'm at, and would I do it again, Travis? Why don't you go ahead and give us your windy road, if you will.
I went to Fort Hays out of high school. Wasn't at all prepared for college. Left there after 2 semesters. I think if I wouldn't have left before the end of the second semester, I would have been told to leave. I had a solid. I didn't even have a full point GPA.
Serious?
Yeah. I'm gonna find out you need to go to class.
Wow, I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I think I had a 0.8 GPA.
Did Texas just score again?
Yep.
Sorry.
From there I went to Garden City Community College for firefighter. I got my firefighter 1, firefighter 2, and decided to stick with construction. Was going to become a teacher. Went to Dodge City Community College for a year.
Firefighter, construction worker, teacher.
Then
I could see you being a good teacher, actually, though. You're on the same wavelength as an adolescent.
and then my wife got a job with Friends University, and as her spouse, I got free school through that. So I went back again into organizational management and leadership. I did that for a few years. So that was all online, and then got bored with that. Stayed with construction, and stayed with construction. Went to the railroad. Then got this job, and then I went back to school again for construction safety.
I've lost track. How many times is that now? 4 times? You've been to school 4 times?
So Hayes, Garden, Dodge, Friends.
5.
And then twice at Columbia. So 6. 6 different times.
That's impressive.
It just all I did was rack up a bunch of debt. I mean, every time except for the first time, I did well. I just didn't stick with it. I just got bored with it and just wondered what I was doing with it. Would I do it differently? Absolutely. I would have gone to a tech school out of high school, but that wasn't. When I was in school, tech school wasn't promoted. Tech school wasn't. That was, that was, you were either you went to a 4-year school or you were kind of written off.
It seemed like you're almost looked more down upon than not even going to school for some reason.
For
I
some
have
reason,
no idea why, but you're just kind of about said something. Yeah,
And
just a different.
Now that's my brother went to tech school.
Oh, I mean now, that's you're looked more upon. I hear more people when someone says, "Oh, I went to lineman school" or something like that. I hear more people like, "Wow, you probably make good money" than you ever hear anybody saying, "I went and got a degree at K-State." I mean, right now the world's focusing on trades, and rightfully so.
But yeah, that's what I would have done something completely different. It was not only a waste of, in my opinion, I didn't get anything out of it really, except for I did have a lot of fun, and when I was younger, but it didn't really offer me anything. I don't think it helped me.
Not to be too nosy, and don't get too much into detail, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. How much
Plus
you're sitting right now?
Yeah.
70.
No.
So about 60-ish.
You just
Wow.
you just disregarded exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the exact number.
Right.
And that's with 2 years of it completely paid.
Wow. That's unfortunate. I guess.
I don't like Oregon
I don't
School.
know. It's all depend. I guess all depend on how you look at
Oh,
it. It was a good
yeah.
time.
Should have
You
wore the
said.
gray pants.
Except for, like I said, the Columbia part of it wasn't. And when I was younger, before wife and kids and stuff, when it was
Yeah.
having to do it after work and stuff like that, I had a really good time.
Yeah.
But I could have had that same good time just working.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would have done a completely different tech school, or just put my head down and stayed completely focused on construction.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess I didn't realize you bopped around quite so much. But
I'm really close to like a general studies bachelor's degree.
that's what I'm trying to actually. I know it seems like I'm stymied. I'm trying to put it all together. Actually, like how would you, if you wanted to be
If I wanted
40
to,
years old and
I could
I
go into like a general studies degree with like a business
Emphasis or
emphasis,
something.
yeah. With the classes I've taken. Like I'm on the lip of the cup.
Do you see yourself doing that?
I'll just do the same shit I did before and get bored with it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like get off work and go home and sit down in front of the computer and be like, nah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is at this point. And that's how Eli's mom, she was in her 30s when she did her whole 4 years. I mean, I couldn't imagine. How do you even remember how to learn, when you're been away from it that long? But.
I think my wife was close to 30 when she got her master's and pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And did all that
Really?
stuff, yeah.
She's a lot more dedicated than you are.
Yeah, and she'll tell you right now, she goes, I don't see what that did for anything for her.
Really?
She's like, getting my master's
Didn't do nothing.
didn't really help her.
But, a lot of people like to educate themselves.
Yeah.
Claudia's mom's that way. That's really probably the only reason she went to school is she likes to learn. So is your wife that way? I have a cousin that went to school for granted she's a scientist, but I wouldn't feel like I'm going out on a stretch saying she went 10 plus years, and because she loved to learn.
My wife was just what it could do for her career and how much more money she could make. And I might be talking for her,
Yeah.
but what she's told me is it did nothing for her. She could have got the job she has now with their bachelor's.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you. Jake, why don't you tell us about your
Yep. So
little route?
I went to K-State straight out of high school. Originally was thinking of being an eye doctor. My major going into my freshman year was kinesiology, which is mainly for like chiropractors. The only reason I picked that one is because it was the easiest science major possible, and it checked off the most boxes that I would need to go to optometry school. So
My niece did the same thing to
Yep.
go into occupational therapy.
Yep. So, and I really liked the kines classes. So it was a lot of like physical therapy stuff, how the body works, stuff like that. I enjoyed that a lot. I was okay at chemistry, got to chemistry 2. And then they started getting into organic chemistry and stuff. And that's where I said, yeah, I'm not doing this. I hated science. So spring of
Did you like science in high school?
It was okay. I was never big on it, no.
Yeah.
I liked math better than science. Spring of my freshman year, I switched from kines to finance. Main reason being was just it just intrigued me. I knew it was pretty versatile and you could do a lot of things with it. So I stuck with that for the next 3 years. I graduated from K-State a semester early, and now I've been working at my job for almost 3 years now, as a financial advisor.
So, how do you graduate a semester early? I mean, did you put more time in? I mean, how's someone do that?
In high school, Southeast started. My class was the first class that Southeast started to offer dual college credit and high school classes.
Oh, okay.
So I went into K-State with at least a semester of hours for college, and that pretty much knocked out. Like, I didn't have to do public speaking. I didn't have to do English. I only had to take one math class at K-State in my time there. So it knocked out a bunch of the...
So you went in with more hours, not necessarily
Right.
took more hours.
Yeah. No, I didn't take extra hours. I was taking... I know for probably my freshman and sophomore year, I was only taking 12 hours a semester. But then my junior and senior year, I took 15 hours. So
12's the norm, right?
yeah,
Yep.
that's what's considered a full-time student.
Gotcha.
So junior and senior year, I was taking just one class extra. And then I would also do a summer class online. To
So
knock
all
one out
that,
there.
so you did do extra.
Yeah, I guess I kind of did a little bit, but not...
Did
I'd
it
say a lot of people normally take 15. 12 or 15 is
Okay.
is pretty normal.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
You okay there, Travis?
My leg was going to sleep.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Jake.
No, you're good. So yeah, that was my route. I would do it over again.
Before you go on any further, I do think, because we experienced that with Malia and now with Eli, that opportunity to gain college credits in high school.
It's huge.
That's huge.
It is
correct.
huge. Yeah.
They're far cheaper too.
Way cheaper, and just not having to take those, I wouldn't say they're dumb classes, but just pesky ones like English 1 and 2 where you have to write a bunch of papers. You don't want to do that with a class of 200 people where your professor does not care about you. They just care about what you write.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where in high school, you have a better relationship with the teacher. They can understand where you're coming from, and they'll give you a little bit more leeway on the grading too. So I thought that is a huge advantage.
It's nice to cover those gen ed classes when it covers both for your, like, you have to have them for high school, but you also have to have them for college. So
Yeah.
that's really nice to
Yeah.
knock 'em.
So financially, how much percentage-wise, just roughly, what's that per credit hour? Would you say?
How much cheaper is it?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for me to say because I've been out of school for 3 years, so I can't.
What would
in
you say,
High
Eli?
school, I can't remember how much they even were.
How much did you pay a credit hour at Sonatec for me?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
I would
have
assume
that.
it's probably close to it. I would assume almost half the price.
That's what I want to say.
would
That's
be
what
my
it
guess.
was like a little under 50%.
Mhm.
So
Which is
which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, yeah. I mean, you kind of wish that you could take more,
right.
but
yeah.
Well, I mean, and then if you think about it, there it's half off for the class, and then if you can get out of your 4-year university in a semester early, that just saved you $10,000 off the bat right there for living expenses.
Correct.
Almost.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's huge.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Southeast, when I was in high school, Southeast was really the only one that was offering dual credit. I know Central and South are doing it now.
I still think we offer
But
more classes.
I think ours is more,
Yeah.
and the way that they do it is better.
Yeah, I don't think the USD 305 is through Tech. I think
Yeah, I
it's
don't think so
K-State,
either.
Salina, and maybe Hutch Online.
Mhm.
Why do you suppose that is? I mean, what advantage does Southeast have to offer that over? Is it the sizing of the
I
school,
would
you
think it's probably the sizing. Salina Tech wouldn't want to take on
Oh.
Central and South probably, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that. I mean, I can't speak for them, but
Yeah.
that would be my initial guess.
Your kids, Travis, are they going to take advantage of those credit hours? I mean, your kids are going to be going to that opportunity next year?
I plan on probably my son.
Yeah.
My daughter might be a different.
Yeah, she's already kind of have a career path if that's the way it's going to go down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
But she may.
Yep. I mean, a lot of it, like you said, is dual credit anyway. So.
Yeah, it's dual credit, and any college that you go to, you're going to have to take those classes. So if there's any chance of going,
Yeah, might as well.
you might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Without going too deep, my daughter might have a few issues,
Yeah.
so she'll need a little.
But
more
there's ways
help.
around that.
Yeah,
and there's-
she's learning with. I mean,
So my best friend just moved back from Dallas, and his son is dealing with
dyslexia.
and he's actually not going to school right now because Southeast. I can't remember the program.
Yeah, they gotta
50 at 5, some
Yeah,
number thing.
My daughter, it took, I think, we noticed something was up when she was in kindergarten, and it took till 3rd or 4th grade for her to get the program going to where she got.
Do you remember what that's called?
My wife would know. I can't think
Yeah.
of what it is, but yeah, it took
Come
a
to
lot
find
of
out.
doctors.
Yeah, but this program or the way to teach with dyslexia, I can't. I know I'm stumbling, but there's a name for it, and Southeast was supposed to be doing that, and come to find out, someone dropped the ball, and they weren't even doing it for this kid, and couldn't figure out why he didn't want to go to school, and blah blah blah. Well, next thing you know, they found out that they weren't even doing what they said they were supposed to be doing. So.
They've done real well by my daughter. I will say that.
And that's what I told-
she's finding ways, like everybody that has dyslexia, they learn ways to cope with it, and she's a lot of stuff. She has programs on her phone and stuff that it's not that she can't read. She's just slower with it,
Yeah.
and if she gets tired, it really comes out when she can't really focus on it. But they help her with that, and I think now she's to the point where it's the only hopes that she gets is in classes where with extended vocabulary, like when she gets into history classes and stuff like that. Everything else is she's on her own.
Yeah.
So, and
Well,
she's maintaining a 4.0 GPA. So
Which is
awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So, sorry to get off rails there, Jake. Go ahead, back where you were if you remember.
Yeah, so been at my job for 3 years, financial advisor. Technically, what I do, you don't have to have a degree for.
And I never knew that until
It's
the other day.
just very difficult to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Most places probably aren't going to hire you without a degree in some type of finance, or a lot of guys in our office are marketing majors. We've got one guy that's an old teacher, but typically they're probably not going to hire some kid off the street that's 20 years old with no degree. You got to take tests to get certified for what I do. I had to take 4 different tests. And then if you wanted to become a CFP, FINRA does require a degree for that. Kind of like I mentioned last time, I don't see myself going for a CFP, which is a certified financial planner. Just mainly because I don't think the time I'd put in to get that certification, and then I don't think it's set. I don't think there's a big enough gap to increase my income with that. Now, if I lived in,
And essentially, that's really what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
correct? I mean, you're planning people's financial future.
my day-to-day would not change at all.
Yeah.
Nothing would change. It would just be I have this designation after my name.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just kind of almost I would call it a marketing tactic, kind of set yourself apart from everyone else.
Money grab.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'd go back to college. I'd do it again. I really enjoyed my time at K-State and
Mm-hmm.
saw the value in that there. And I also see the value in not going to college, too.
Yep.
But all kind of depends on what you want to do.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Well, Eli, or to you, and you know, I guess what I'd ask for you to say is what led you, I guess, to the decision of actually going versus not going and trying to go the route of not going. And I think we can all say that. Well, no, we can't all say, but I believe you've told me that you're not married to this decision. You may decide that you want to go the alternate route also. So it's good to hear that your mind is open. But share with us what led you to your final decision to go ahead and go.
Just looking at my desired career, the industry, and seeing just other people that work in the industry and knowing that a degree is pretty much required to make decent pay.
Lot through our conversations, it seemed like a lot of the weight to go this direction is networking connections. I think that's one of the ones that could go either way. You know, people say you don't need to go to college because of those, but I think you have more a broad range of people to network with. Correct.
Yeah, and I mean, like, K-State Athletics has their creative staff, and that's comprised of mainly students. All their interns are students, and that is really big there.
And you're tight with those guys already, correct?
Yeah. So I think that's really big because you can't really get an internship like that if you're not in college or have gone.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read. I just did a chat GBT about, and the outline name is a degree necessary for a career in news and sports media? And that is your degree, correct?
That is.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to give you the pros and cons of what they say. I'd like to hear Eli start with each one of them, and I'm sure, I'd like Jake and Travis, you guys, to kind of put it in a perspective of your career now to see if you that was weird. Huh. But anyways, okay. So we'll go. It starts off with formal advantages of formal education. So it's not really narrowing down your field. So it has number one, structured learning environment. For Eli's thing would be courses in journalism, broadcasting, and media ethics.
Yeah. Those are big in the NSM program, but they also have like the different routes you can go down. And there's the photography one, which is storytelling through creative storytelling through photography.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in there, there's some sort of design one. It's not really design. If you want to be a straight up designer, you're going to be a graphic design major. But there is something like that. Like, so I don't know if it's social media branding or something. But yeah, there's the broadcasting, there's the journalism, and then the media ethics is you got to go through the writing academy and take. Like, I'm taking media ethics this spring.
Yep. Oh, gotcha. Jake. The broad part of that one, structured learning environment, is that a key advantage, do you think, in your opinion, of going to school versus not?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, if I was going to want to do the job that I do now, I definitely wouldn't have known where to start. So, all the classes that I took at K-State definitely gave me a general idea of what to expect in the finance industry. And like if I wouldn't have gone to college, I would have no idea where to even look, really.
Gotcha.
So I think that's a good advantage. Yeah.
Yep. Travis?
Sorry. I was.
Sorry, what?
What was the question? I was looking at the
So
sports and
apparently,
media
structured
degree.
learning environment would be good for you.
Absolutely not.
Do you find that to be an advantage of going to school? The structured learning environment versus not going to school and not having any structure other than what structure you bring to yourself.
Oh yeah, I think that, especially if you know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're trying to learn it at a job, you can't really control everything that you're learning. If you're going to a school that it's controlled for you and they give you what they deem.
Yeah, and I can also see a disadvantage being they make you take a lot of classes that you might never use again in your life.
Yeah.
Like out of all the classes I took at K-State, I can really only remember taking stuff away from a handful.
Yeah.
And obviously some probably built on others a little bit, so I might only remember the most recent one, but that would be a disadvantage too. I mean, there's definitely classes that I took that I did not need to take for what I do now.
I have to go through like a pretty extensive writing academy. I'm not going to be writing anything.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about in the canceled episode a lot of money grab parts of college.
And that's where I'd get tied up. That's where I'd get frustrated.
Yeah.
with.
Taking a class that you know you're never going to use. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Another note to that one is, and we won't talk about this one, but specialized knowledge. They say with Eli's degree, one of the reasons why he needs to go to school is he'll get specialized knowledge in sports, analytics, and video production. I don't know if I mean, I think that could go either way. I think you could get that out of school myself, but I could be wrong, I guess.
I don't think that's really even accurate.
I kind of agree with you on that one. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Number 2 advantage of formal education is access to professional networks, and we kind of talked about that. It's saying internships, alumni connections, job placement services, mentorship opportunities from professionals and industry veterans. I could see that one being one of the biggest positives.
Especially for what
Correct.
he's going into.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. I actually have starred that one on my notes thinking that would be the one thing that I would push Eli to go to school to get that opportunity. So.
Yeah, like something that was interesting in my college experience was K-State would always put on a career fair at least once a semester. I never went once. All my other friends, besides maybe one or two, they were always going to that, and that was always kids that typically lived in Kansas City or Wichita and knew that they were going to be going back there, didn't know where they wanted to work. I knew I was probably coming back to Salina, so there was no point in me even wasting my time going to those career fairs because there's no companies from Salina that are there. So why would I go waste my time doing it? So, but for something like this where you want to go be a creative director at a professional sports team or another college, that's a huge advantage for you.
Yep, I agree. Travis, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Are you even paying attention?
No,
You're stuck on the game. Sorry.
no, I wasn't watching. I'm actually looking at the classes
Oh.
for the AQ Miller School of Media and Communication.
Boom.
The what?
AQ Miller School of Media and Communication.
I mean, they actually look like pretty cool classes.
Yeah, no, it's all stuff that I'll really enjoy. Like it's like the type of classes that like I loaded. Well, like cuz like in high school at Southeast they have career paths that you can do. And there's the media one, and I took all those classes and I've crossed those off cuz those are the classes that interest me. I like creating. I like doing just fun projects and stuff like that, being able to, be creative. And, like, that's the whole degree is full of that. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm also on the advisory board for And Jake's on the what advisory board are you on?
Just the general business classes at
Yeah.
Southeast.
I'm on the media one, which I was the only high schooler on. Yeah, so
What's the deal? Or have you guys got any coming up?
have you? Heard anything?
I went to a meeting in October, and
Yeah.
I think we're probably gonna have another one sometime this spring.
Yeah, I
but
think spring's usually.
we
yeah.
didn't. They said that last year too, and we never met this spring. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we meet this spring.
Okay, so they kind of gave a few examples of careers benefiting from a degree. It says your traditional journalism roles, your anchor, your news anchors, your investigative reporters, careers in technical parts of production and editing, and sports analysts with academic background in sports management and analytics. So
None.
think that-
None of those is me. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's what.
when I
yeah.
told you about this, there's little on this career because it's so new, it's growing, and it's something that is just now becoming. What's so funny?
that's going to be one of the big
Oh yeah,
arguments for your specific degree of why you shouldn't go to school.
yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, it's new and it's growing. And it's just now becoming a need because of how important like social media and whatnot is now.
Is this
Is-
going to become like you brought up traditional journalism?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, in my opinion, the little I know about it, that's going away, right? With the new style of even sports,
From little bit of
like with the
little bit of that I read into it, your traditional journalism will be still there, but it won't be as relevant.
Yeah, it'll die down.
Yeah.
because you got like the Pat McAfee show's the big thing that I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to. Like that's the way I enjoy taking in sports news and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, and it's
watching
it's,
Sports Center.
it's the
Yeah.
it's the Instagram post that you see with 3 words in big red text and
Mhm.
something in the background. You swipe and then you see the video. Like I mean, like Bob's gonna do like creative stuff like graphic design, photography, but like that is like how you receive your news now. And like if I'm checking up on the K-State game, I'm scrolling on their social media to like go to like when they post on their story halftime score, final score. That's graphics that you make with the photos. That's how you intake your media now.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's real quickly go through the arguments against the need for the degree, and the big one. And I'm not going to hit on every one of these, but the big one is exactly what Eli just said. Your industry's so new, and it is so rapidly changing that the curriculum is going to be outdated 100% of the time. Almost.
Yeah, well, I think K-State has one of probably the best. It is very relevant to how things are right now, and like the classes and whatnot. Like, I don't know if another school in Kansas has a related news and sports media, which is like it's a communications degree and it's like a sports communications degree. I don't know if any other ones do. I don't think so. But K-State's is really good.
Yep. Okay.
Like none of them have, or like I don't know. It's really rare to see that they have that degree that's meant for like me, like a creative.
Right.
That's social media basic, you know.
So it gives you a couple different examples of alternate pathways to success, and one of them you've already been doing. You've done it, and actually, what we're doing right now is one of the alternate pathways they say to news sports media is doing your own podcasting. Basically, Eli would be doing a mini Pat McAfee, if you will, to get his experience and get his name out there and this and that. Freelance work, they say, and just overall story writing, interviewing, multimedia production, anything that you can do by yourself as far as building your portfolio is what they're saying. You agree with that? I mean, that's kind of what you're doing now.
I mean, the
I
only
mean-
one I agree with would be freelancing.
Yeah. Which you're doing that next week. Is that right?
Yeah.
Who?
University of South Florida,
Coming to K-State basketball.
Wichita State.
Wichita State basketball. Gotcha. So. Oh, gotcha. So in conclusion, basically, all of this is what they're talking about, and I think we can all agree. Whether college is relevant for you to get your degree is going to be based on your degree.
Yeah.
Your career.
Yeah.
You may not need it near as much as Eli needs it, which may not be near as much as what Travis and I need it. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the career you're going down and decide, again, just like my career, if you want to skip a few years of grunt work and go right or be placed right in the middle, where Eli in his career that he's going down could possibly do it. It's just going to take 5 to 10 years more of grunt work, even less money than what he'll be making with a degree. And with that being said, I believe that you're not, like I said, not married to this education role. If you get into it and, you know, it's not going to benefit you like you think it is, you plan on switching and doing that alternate pathway, correct?
Yeah.
So, and what's great about that, in my opinion, is from what conversations we've had, is you've already got that alternate pathway kind of outlined already for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to jump right into it.
Which I don't think even like if I do continue pursuing like my passion, creative media, I'll never forget, like, just because of how accessible and easy it is, online business. Or
Correct.
not necessarily easy, just if you're consistent.
Yep. Okay. Well, go around real quick into this subject with Jake. You already said it once, but do it again, yes or no? You would.
Yep, I'd go again.
And you would go into the career that you're in right now.
Yep, I'll do the same career. If I wasn't going to be doing this career, I wish that I would have considered something more in the line of cybersecurity, computer security, maybe a
Ooh.
computer science degree.
Nice. Now you're talking
I
lingo.
don't know anything about computers, but with where the world's going, that seems like a no-brainer.
I think you're right.
So that would be my second choice for a different degree than what I did.
Yeah.
I'd do it for the college experience. Loved my time at K-State. Yeah, I would 100% go back.
Nice. Okay. Travis?
I wouldn't do it the way I did, but where it got me, the path I took, I like where I'm at. I love my job. Everything. My life's fine. But I could have went a little bit more of a straighter route to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, where I ended up, it worked out fine. It's not at all traditional or the correct way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never advise anybody to do it. But I think if you know what you want to do, I think college could help you out with that. On the same path, if you know what you want to do and you just want to put your head down and put in the work, I think it's by individual case.
As a parent, are you going to try to draw the path down the road to your kids to go to college, or are you going to support whichever decision?
We literally were talking about this the other day, me and my daughter. My son's more of, he needs to have a plan.
Yeah.
And he wants to go and become an electrician, do an apprenticeship, get his journeyman's, work for a couple of years, start his own company. That's I mean, he's young.
Yep.
This could change, but I mean, he's got a plan. My daughter, college to her is simply a chance to keep running. After that, she wants to go to Florida, work at Disney World, work at Universal, spend some time there, and then go to cosmetology school. that's her. And I told her, I was like, do that stuff while
God.
you're young.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She wants.
That's
After
living life.
yeah, after I've
Yeah.
been there now, you said that, and that just kind of like tickled my belly. I mean, I couldn't imagine working at Disney World. That'd be so awesome.
She watches
Yeah.
a girl that does
To do
on-
it before you have a kid, a family, you know,
Yeah.
this and that. That would be, to me, if you could swing it, that'd be a thing. That'd be great. If you like that sort of thing.
She watches this girl on TikTok that she's a server at the Polynesian resort at Ohana. And she's like, she has the coolest life. She like wakes up in the morning and she's like, I feel like I'm gonna go to Magic Kingdom today, and she'll go walk around, ride a couple rides, grab lunch, and then she goes home, changes, and goes to work, and then finishes her shift, and then
That'd
hits
be
another
cool,
park.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
she's like, that'd be. I was like, do it.
I could see
Yeah.
you liking something like that, honestly.
Speaking of that, before Disney, we weren't sold.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy it?
100%.
Yeah, I'd go back.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of things that I draw myself, and a lot of people wouldn't think it would be Disney. And there's a lot of Disney that I didn't like, that I don't care to see again. But the few things that I do like about Disney is I don't think I could ever get sick of it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Not that I'm counting down, but 346 more days till my next trip.
Yeah.
And you've been how many times?
This will be my 6th,
Wow.
It's
and
insane.
we still haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's still new things,
Mhm.
new food to eat, and yeah, that.
Yeah, I thought that we were going to be there too long. We weren't there long
Yeah,
enough.
it went by quick.
It went too quick.
The last night, I was like, "This is the last night."
Yeah, there was so much that I suspected I didn't see, but
That's
no
what I'm-
one was telling me. I don't
Mhm.
think because
I told him a year before, because I went to the Halloween party the
yeah,
year
but
before.
I
and I was
had
like,
no
"You gotta
idea.
s-" That
I
same
had
thing with
no
me.
idea.
When I first went, I was of the mindset, like I told my wife, it's like, let the kids know this is a once in a lifetime deal.
Mm-hmm.
We're never going back. And when I left the first
yeah,
time, I
but
was like, I left so much
I
stuff
could
on the
have swore
table.
you were just feeding me full of shit. You know, I had no idea that it was really like that, and I didn't even really concept everything that you told me until I got back and you asked me. Not even when I was there and driving home or anything. It's like when I got back and you said, "Well, did you go here? Did you go there?" And I'm like, "You never even told me that." Well, you made me that list, and it was on the list.
And I mean,
There's just so much that I got
Yeah.
lost.
we've been there 5 times, and we still watch videos on YouTube. We're
Yeah.
still trying to find. There's still so much stuff we don't know.
Yeah. And how long has it been since you've been?
I've never been to Disney World in Florida. I've only been to Disneyland
Oh,
in
okay.
California. But I've been to Universal in Florida.
How could you go there and not the other?
I don't know. We just didn't do Disney World. We did
Wow.
Universal and whatever the one that Hogwarts is at right next to it. I can't remember what it's called.
Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, I've been to those too, but Disneyland. The last time I went there, I was probably in like middle school. Would be my guess, around there.
Yeah. So it's still in your memories, anyway.
Oh yeah, and I've been twice out
And
there because my aunt lives out there. So
the only reason you didn't go this year with us was because of my beautiful daughter and your future wife put the foot down, and
I was
basically because you're
I was
getting
the one
married.
telling her we need to go.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I said,
Why
this
didn't
is-
she want to go? Money?
The wedding, and she for some reason doesn't think that she would enjoy it at all.
Yeah, she thought that.
And
she would-
at first I thought,
Well, here's the thing.
with me
'Cause she
knowing
doesn't
Malia-
like
You guys are
rides,
the
she
same.
said,
You guys are
but-
the same way on trips.
correct.
If it drags on too long, or you
I'm ready to
quickly,
get
you
home.
quit. Yeah.
I'm ready to go, and I was this way until I got back, and
Especially-
until I found out everything I missed.
And I think being around mom's friends, Malia would have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Correct.
She
yeah.
would. She would have had a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
She would have
I
had a
agree.
good time. 100%.
Yep.
And everybody gets this idea that Disney World's just a little kid place.
Yeah.
Like
Not at all.
it's
I wouldn't take my little kids.
Yeah.
I would wait
Yeah,
until they're
that's-
at
they
least
need
in
to be
high
at
school.
least-
like my kids. Their first 2 trips, they don't really remember now.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
That,
And
I wouldn't want that at all.
It's.
I
don't
think
know.
you even made the comment, Eli, that you're glad you waited until
Yeah.
you're this old.
And like
Mhm.
even if I was bringing my kids at like an age to where they're a little bit of a, you know,
You still got to get them when they're young enough to where they.
Can go
It's
do
still
the,
mad. Like
but
yeah.
if it's my like
probably like 7 or
if
8
it's
is
my
probably a really good age.
if it's
I
my
would think.
first time in a while, I want to experience it. I don't want to have to worry about.
Yeah.
Kids
Yeah,
screaming and all
Mhm.
that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's Travis.
was-
Travis is the one screaming.
Yeah. My kids were old enough to where we didn't have to have a stroller.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was the perfect.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd
perfect
agree
age.
with that. Yeah,
Because you see that, and I'm not gonna lie, that's also one of our favorite things. At the end of the night at Magic Kingdom, kicking back with a mint julep and some,
fucking Ben Julep.
some mini corn dogs at Casey's Corner.
Remember that, Eli? That made me sick.
I had 5 things of fries there at Casey's Corner. I think
Yeah,
5 or 4.
But just kicking back
That's all
right
I
there and watching the family meltdowns, man.
Yeah.
I personally didn't witness that many of them. I think maybe 2 or 3.
At the
So-
Christmas party,
Yeah,
you got those families that get there at like rope drop in the morning, and they think they're gonna stay there and have a. Oh man,
Did you see it, Eli? I
Yeah,
didn't.
walking around every now and again. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see it as much as I thought I would with the way you were saying it. But
and it's
we weren't at Christmas either. I mean
Oh.
Halloween. but-
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Christmas party. If you ever get a chance to go to that, that's
Yeah. That
And
I
then,
would.
uh,
That'd be the next one I want to go to. Would be the Christmas.
And you've said that you're not interested in this, but Universal's Horror Nights
Oh yeah.
is. I mean, you're talking movie quality, scary houses or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's. I wish we would have done 2 nights because we traveled in that night. We flew in that morning, and then did HHN that night, and we did 5 of the 10 houses, and I just was done. I couldn't walk anymore. Like I was like, I
Mhm.
need to get back to the hotel.
Do you like scary stuff that much where you'd want to go through that?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. You, Jake, you like scary?
I'd go through it. Malia wouldn't.
Yeah, I
but
would.
I'd
wouldn't.
go through it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
My wife absolutely. She doesn't go into the houses, but they have scare zones as well, like just in the middle of the
Mhm.
streets. And she's that person that thinks like, if I don't look at them and I'm not paying attention to them,
They're not going to come up to me.
They're the ones that you're the one that they're looking
that they're
for. Like,
targeting. Yeah.
They used to like, and I think they're bringing it back where you can wear a necklace. You get a thing to put around it.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
didn't
want
have
no part of
nothing
that.
like that.
Oh.
I didn't see anything like that there.
It's and some of the stuff they have in those scare zones are so gory
Yeah.
that they cover it up during the day, so the little kids don't see it and
Mhm.
stuff. But I had a blast, and like now that my son will be in high school football next year, so and with my daughter running cross country, we won't be able to make it back until
Mm.
they're out of school.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah.
But now that Payson's no longer plays basketball,
there might be an opportunity in there.
we still got
Yeah.
to go to Christmas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Yep,
So
yep. All right. Well, putting into episode 5 with the Disney World talk. Hell, that could be a whole
we
nother
could
episode.
we could talk.
Yeah.
I could go forever on that.
Yeah, and that may be one that we do coming up. So basically, what I get out of this episode is our main thing is college path is going to be solely up to the individual. I don't think anybody, I know around the table here, none of us could sit there and say one way or the other is better for general. Yeah, it's all going to be dependent on what you want to do for your career. So take that with what you want, and hopefully we give you some insight on what to look forward to. And
Don't rush it.
That's right.
Don't go to college
Yeah.
just to go to college.
Either way, you got to put the work in to be successful. That's the biggest takeaway.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep. That's very good point,
100%.
Travis. Yep. 100%. So, all right. With that being said, we'll end episode 5, and thank you for joining us.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
No, perfect timing.
Yeah. Who's here?